Every time I came home, something about this entryway felt a little off. I had deliberately kept this area minimal because I wanted it to feel open and clutter free. Just a console and a mirror. But somehow the shoes still ended up here. At some point, I realized the problem wasn't the shoes, it was the setup, so the first fix was making daily shoes easy to put away. And since this is the first place we step into, the bare floor felt a little cold, so I wanted it to feel a little warmer and a bit more welcoming. I also didn't want to break my back sliding across it, so anti-slip underlay was a must. You know those spaces that look fine until you actually have to use them every day. It's funny how small habits reveal what isn't working. I kept walking back just to check the mirror before heading out. Since that was an easy fix, I moved it closer to where it made more sense. Since the mirror was fairly heavy and the wall was plasterboard, I didn't really want to take any chances, so I called a handyman. I was expecting drills, anchors. Instead, he took one look at the wall, pulled out a couple of fittings, and had it up in less than 5 minutes. Turns out I had spent more time worrying about it than he spent fixing it. The console started to appear a bit out of place here, so I moved it out. And then I remembered this black TV bench we bought about a year ago, but never used because it sat too low for our sofa. Somehow it fit here perfectly. But the more I looked at the bench, the more it looked like a TV unit, and the black made that corner feel a bit heavy. For days, I thought about painting it or ordering a proper bench cushion. But then I remembered the old sofa cushion we already had and decided to see if I could turn them into a bench seat. It wasn't the polished bench seat that I had imagined, but I kind of liked the character it brought. Once the other pieces started coming together, this empty wall became impossible to ignore. Interestingly, I got this artwork while thrifting. Maybe I went a little overboard here, but after looking up a few placement guidelines, I put together a quick reference just to get a rough idea of where everything should sit on the wall. Perhaps these guidelines helped, but I didn't want to follow them too rigidly. Otherwise, where's the room for creativity? It said push and hang, but my thumb clearly wasn't strong enough, so a few careful hammer taps had to happen. And it had exactly that warm, slightly vintage feel I wanted here. Once the practical pieces started falling into place, it was time to make the space feel a little more like a home. Moving the mirror was probably the simplest fix, but one of the most useful ones. I thought I was just fixing an awkward entryway, but somehow it changed how coming home feels. And I think that was the biggest lesson for me. You start by fixing one small frustration, but somewhere along the way, you begin to understand how you actually want a space to feel and how you want to live in it. And I have a feeling this won't be the last corner I rethink.